Welcome, PI Time. The space in this episode would like us to explore the tender and transformative process of awakening to who you truly are. So, let's take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your shoulders drop. Let your body settle. Let yourself arrive. Today, we're exploring something powerful, something sacred. We're talking about awakening to who you really are. Not the version of you the world expects. Not the one shaped by old stories, fears, or limitations. But the you that has always been whole, radiant, and deeply wise. So, take another breath. And let's walk together through this moment of awakening. We all come to this journey at different times. For some, awakening happens suddenly, a moment of clarity after years of confusion. For others, it unfolds quietly, like dawn touching the horizon. However, the truth is that awakening isn't about becoming something new. It's about remembering what's always been there. The light within you. The stillness beneath the noise. The soul beneath the story. I remember a woman named Sarah. Sarah was a gentle soul, always giving, always caring. She carried everyone else's burdens but rarely stopped to ask herself how she was feeling. Her days were full of doing, working, helping, managing, pleasing, yet inside, she felt invisible. One evening, she sat in her car after work, too tired to even start the engine. Tears welled up. She didn't know why she was crying, only that something inside her felt lost. That was the moment her awakening began. Not through a book. Not through a class. But through a whisper inside that said, something has to change. She started small, just sitting quietly each night with her hand on her heart, breathing deeply, asking, "What do I need?" At first, there was only silence. But slowly, the silence began to speak. And what it said was simple: you matter too. Sarah began to realize that her light had always been there, it just needed her attention. That's what awakening looks like. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's a gentle turning inward. A remembering. Awakening begins when we recognize that we've been asleep, not in a physical sense, but in how we've been living. We move through life reacting, performing, surviving. We wear masks. We seek approval. We confuse our worth with what we produce or who we please. And then one day, something cracks the illusion, a heartbreak, a loss, a moment of stillness, and we begin to see. We see that all along, beneath the noise, there's been another presence watching, waiting, loving. That presence is your true self. And when you start to recognize it, life begins to shift. James was another soul who found himself on this path. He was successful on paper, great job, good income, busy schedule. But every night, when the world went quiet, he felt an ache he couldn't name. He told me once, "I have everything I thought I wanted, but I feel empty." That's the call of awakening. It begins as discomfort, a restlessness that no amount of achievement can quiet. One morning, James couldn't bring himself to check his emails. He just sat on the porch, watching the sunrise. And for the first time in years, he noticed how beautiful it was. That tiny moment, that pause, was the doorway back to himself. He started journaling. He started asking, "Who am I, really, when I'm not performing?" And slowly, piece by piece, the old version of him began to fall away. He wasn't losing himself, he was coming home. When you awaken, you begin to see yourself clearly, not through judgment, but through compassion. You start to realize that your worth was never something you had to earn. It was the essence of your being all along. And when that awareness grows, everything begins to change. Your relationships soften. Your choices become intentional. Your energy feels lighter. You stop searching for meaning outside yourself, because you finally realize, you are the meaning. Maria's story always moves me. She had spent years struggling with her body image. Every mirror, every comment, every glance from someone else felt like proof that she wasn't enough. She dieted. She exercised. She tried affirmations that felt empty because deep down, she didn't believe them. Then one day, during a yoga class, something shifted. The instructor said, "Your body isn't the problem. Your perception is." Those words hit her like a wave. She broke down crying right there on the mat. From that day forward, she began to look at herself differently, not as something to fix, but as something sacred. She said, "I realized I'd been fighting my own reflection for years. I was never broken, I was just disconnected." That's the heart of awakening, connection. To see yourself not as flawed, but as divine. When we begin this journey, we meet the parts of ourselves we've long avoided, the fear, the anger, the grief, the shame. And yet, that's where the healing lives. Because every shadow carries a message, a reminder of where love is needed. So, instead of running, we learn to listen. We learn to say, "I see you. I understand. You can rest now." That's what recognition looks like. That's what awareness sounds like. Awakening isn't about escaping who you've been. It's about embracing every part of you with compassion. So, how do we walk this path consciously? How do we sustain awakening in our daily lives, when the noise returns, when doubt creeps in, when the world feels heavy again? That's where the Awakening Toolkit comes in. These 5 tools are simple yet powerful. Think of them as gentle companions for your soul's journey. Tool 1, the Observer. Begin each day with awareness. Before you move, before you pick up your phone, just notice. Notice how you feel. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the thoughts passing through. You are not the thoughts, you are the one who sees them. That small shift changes everything. Because when you observe instead of react, you create space. And in that space, truth can rise. Tool 2, the Release. Every day, choose to let go of one thing that no longer serves you. A story, a habit, a resentment, a fear. Say out loud, "I release what is not mine to carry." Let the breath move through you like a cleansing wave. Release doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing your energy from what's heavy. Tool 3, the Seeker. Stay curious. Ask questions. When challenges arise, instead of saying, "Why me?" try, "What is this showing me?" The seeker's heart turns pain into wisdom. Because awakening isn't about perfection, it's about presence. It's about being humble enough to keep learning, even from discomfort. Tool 4, aligned action. Awareness is beautiful, but change happens through action. Ask yourself, what choice today aligns with my truth? Sometimes that means speaking up. Sometimes it means resting. Sometimes it means forgiving. Every aligned action becomes a bridge, connecting who you were with who you're becoming. Tool 5, the Anchor. In the midst of all your growth, create rituals that bring you home. It might be a morning meditation, a walk in nature, a quiet cup of tea. These moments remind your body and soul that safety lives within you. When the world feels uncertain, your anchor holds you steady. As you weave these tools into your life, awakening becomes less of an event and more of a way of being. You start to live awake, noticing beauty in the small things, finding peace in the pauses, trusting the timing of your own unfolding. You begin to realize that everything, every experience, every person, every chapter, was part of your remembering. And so, my friend, take another breath with me. Breathe in light. Breathe out tension. You are awakening. You are remembering your light. You are rediscovering the truth of who you've always been. And that truth is simple: you are love. Pure, radiant, infinite love. The kind that doesn't need validation, achievement, or permission, because it already exists within you. Let that truth sink in. Let it soften you. Let it guide you. So as you move through this day, carry this awareness with you. Every breath is a doorway. Every moment is a chance to return home. And every heartbeat is whispering the same truth. You are whole. You are worthy. You are already enough. Take one last deep breath in, hold it, and exhale slowly. You are awake. You are here. And that is more than enough. If you felt something stir within you today, let that be your reminder. Your awakening has already begun. And as you continue walking your path, may you keep choosing presence over perfection, peace over pressure, and love, always love, over fear.